Let's take a look and have a listen to the new surround delay type in firmware 31 beta for the Axe FX3. If you caught my video last week on 3D delay settings using the dual delay type, basically this surround delay takes those settings and bakes them into a new effect type. It is also considerably easier to use and set up. So if you've got a delay block in your preset, just navigate to the type tab and select the surround delay. You can see that it's pretty familiar for a delay type where we've got time, feedback, master time, and master feedback. But there's this new rotation parameter, and this is going to control how quickly the echoes spin around your head in this three-dimensional space. If you were watching last week's video, we talked about the phase relationship between the different echoes and how that works on there. Here, you don't have to think about that. You can just use the rotation parameter. So these are the stock settings. Well, I guess except for the mix, which I have turned up. I'm using the USA Mark IV lead mid bright for a big smooth lead sound on here. This is a Chilia Renegade. Let's have a listen to it. So the higher this rotation value goes, the faster those echoes will spin around. Let's try taking it up around 50% on here. And then I'll take it to 100 where you basically hear, I guess what would be like a front echo and a rear echo, basically a normal mono delay, and then the same thing with a phase reverse on it. You can then hear on there with lower values, you get this very slow rotation in there. If you use negative values, the rotation is going to go in the opposite direction. So let's try exactly 50%. This is going to take you through each of the 4 quadrants. Then we'll try negative 50% on there. So I'll set up the minus 50 and we can have a listen to it. This is just such a killer lead delay. I haven't even played around with the delay time or feedback on there. I find that works really well straight out of the box. Just set the mix and the rotation to where you like it. I do like tweaking the EQ, maybe a slightly higher high cut slope on here and a high cut, let's say around 5K on there. I generally like that because then you can turn the mix up a little bit higher on there. You can also play around with the overall amount of modulation on there. I like, say, around 0.7 to 1 hertz of modulation on there, a little bit more LFO depth. And I mean, let's try a slightly longer delay. Let's try like a 700 millisecond delay. Not a 7,000, but a 700 millisecond delay on there. Check this out. Pretty epic for leads. Of course, it works great with more civilian levels of distortion as well. In fact, with a clean sound, quite a long time and a slow rotation and into something like one of the cloud reverbs, this makes for a great tone to do some ambient noodling with. And I'll do just that to play you all out. Again, this is a public beta release, so try it at your own risk. There have been some amp modeling improvements. The surround delay is awesome. The amps, everything else is sounding incredible as you would expect. I'll put a link to the update thread in the video description. And if you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, there's a variety of different ways to do that. Play you all out now with this ODS 100 Clean, the Cirrocumulus reverb, and a nice long surround delay.